Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start. Remember, we have been learning Chapter 3 Drainage System of your NCERT textbook, India Physical Environment. Today, we shall learn about the Peninsular Drainage System. Now, let me present my screen. The Peninsular Drainage System. Let us read. The Peninsular Drainage System is older than the Himalayan one. This is evident from the broad, largely graded shallow valleys and maturity of the rivers. Actually, about the comparison between the Himalayan drainage system and the Peninsular drainage system, we shall discuss in detail later on. Okay, but for the time being, let us learn that Peninsular drainage system is older than the Himalayan one, and this is evident from the fact that these peninsular rivers are broad. That means the valleys of the peninsular rivers are broad, largely graded, and shallow valleys. The Western Ghats running close to the western coast act as the water divide between the major peninsular rivers, discharging their water in the Bay of Bengal and a small rivulet joining the Arabian Sea. For this, we may see this map from your textbook. I think you are seeing a thick line here. Okay, this thick line represents the water divide between the east flowing rivers and the west flowing rivers. Okay, see here, see this thick line. So here it represents the Western Ghats, and here the Western Ghats act as a water divide between these east flowing rivers and these west flowing rivers. Okay, and most of the peninsular rivers except Narmada and Tati flow from west to east. The Chambal, the Seen, the Betwa, the Cane, Son originating in the northern part of the peninsula belong to Ganga River system. Okay, and again, if we see this map here, this Narmada and the Tapti, except these two rivers, most of the big rivers in the peninsular India, okay, are flowing towards the east, falling into the Bay of Bengal, as you know. And some rivers originating from the Peninsular Plateau, like the Chambal, then Seen, Betwa, Cane, then Son. Okay, so all these rivers are originating from the peninsular rivers, but they form part of the Ganga River system, as mentioned here. Okay. Originating in the northern part of the peninsula belong to the Ganga River system. The other major river systems of the peninsular drainage are the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna, the Kavari. Okay, and peninsular rivers are characterized by fixed course, then absence of meanders, and non-perennial flow of this water. Non-perennial flow means seasonal. Okay, contain water only during the rainy season. So most of the South Indian rivers, okay, do not form meanders. Meanders, you know, that is the winding of the rivers. Okay, here you will find in the this Himalayan river system in the plain areas. Such type of winding river you may not find in the peninsular rivers. The Narmada and Tapti flow through the Rift Valley are, however, exceptions. Okay, So Narmada and Tati are flowing in the River Valley. River Valley, as you know, okay, these are these long narrow valleys formed by faulting process. Okay, just here these are the different layers or the different formations of the earth. Okay, so this is another formation and this is another formation, and due to the internal movement of the earth, so it may be this area. Okay, this area may be subsided downwards. Okay, like this here, and here this is the first layer or the first formation. The first formation comes here. So in this way, a long narrow valley is formed by faulting process, and this is known as River Valley. Okay, the Narmada and Tati are flowing in the River Valley. Now let us discuss about the evolution of the peninsular drainage system, how where the peninsular rivers originated. Three major geological events in the distant past have shaped the present drainage systems of peninsular India. Okay, we have three major geological events to shape the present drainage system of peninsular India. The first one is the subsidence of the western flank of the peninsula, leading to its submergence below the sea during the early tertiary period. So between 55 to 65 million years before present, okay, the western flank of the peninsular plateau was submerged below the sea. Just see here, let us say this was the Peninsular India. It was very broad, big like this. Okay, and during the this tertiary period, that is between 55 to 65 million years before present, this western part, okay, this western part, this section, okay, this western part of the Peninsular India was subsided like this. For example, let us say here this is A, okay, and here we have B, and see here it looks like this. For example, this is the cross section along the line AB, and this section, okay, here this part, okay, along this line. So here this part was subsided. Okay, this section was subsided below the Arabian Sea. Okay, just see here. Let us say these are the different layers, different formation, and the first formation comes here. Okay, as you see here. That means this western flank of the Peninsular Plateau was submerged below the Arabian Sea. Okay, let us say this is the sea level, and this section was submerged below the sea, below the Arabian Sea, and this is what we call subsidence of the western flank of the peninsula, leading to its submergence below the sea during the early tertiary period. Generally, it has disturbed the symmetrical plan of the river on either side of the original watershed. Okay, actually see, watershed here means the Western Ghats. Okay, the Western Ghats, and here the Western Ghats, let us say the Western Ghats was here. Let us say there was the Western Ghats, and here lies the Western Ghats. So it was lying in between, okay, in the middle of the peninsular India, thus forming a symmetrical nature, equal distance, okay, on both sides. But since this area was subsided, okay, as you see here, this area was subsided, so it becomes asymmetrical. Okay, so this side is broader than the western side. So it becomes asymmetrical in nature. Okay. And number 2, we have the upheaval of the Himalayas when the northern flank of the peninsular block was subjected to subsidence and a consequent trough faulting. So the second geological event is the upheaval of the Himalayan mountain. That is the upliftment of the Himalayan mountains. And at the same time, the northern part of the peninsular block was also, let us say, here lies the end point of the peninsular plateau. And this section of the peninsular plateau was also subsided. Okay, was also this subsided like this. Okay, so this section was subsided. The Narmada, the Tati flow in trough fault and fill the original cracks and their detritus materials. Hence, there is lack of alluvial and deltaic deposit in these rivers. Okay, so in the second phase, there was subsidence of the northern flank of the peninsular plateau. At the same time, okay, there was subsidence here, subsidence of this area, forming the rib valley. Okay, rib valley is for the Narmada River, and then these Tati River rib valleys. Okay, rib valleys, as you know, it is formed by subsidence in this way. So we may see a picture also here, as you see here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, during this period, during the tertiary period, there was subsidence in this area, forming the Narmada River Valley. Likewise, Tati River Valley here were subsided, and in other places also. Okay, river valleys were formed here, then here also. Okay, and so this was the event. Okay, river valley, you know, this is a narrow valley formed by faulting process. Remember that one. Okay, formed by this faulting process. Okay, so faulting, formed by faulting. Okay, faulting process. And about the subsidence of the this western flank of the peninsular India. Okay, you may see this area, this map. Okay, just see here. It was very broad. Okay, like this. Here it was very broad like this, and okay, see this thick black line shows the Western Ghats, this fault line. Okay, WCF, West Coast Fault. Okay, see here, this is the fault line. So this thick line is the fault line. Okay, faulting line, and here is another faulting line. So along this there was subsidence. Okay, this section was subsided, and hence, okay, it becomes asymmetrical in nature. And this is for the phase 1. Okay, for the Roman number 1. Then the third phase, number 3, slight tilting of the peninsular block from the northwest to the southeastern direction, giving orientation to the entire drainage system towards the Bay of Bengal during the same period, means during the tertiary period, that is between 55 to 65 million years before present. Okay, there was slight tilting of the peninsular block towards the southeast. Okay, as you see here and here. Let us say this is the peninsular block. Okay, it was like this, but later on it was tilted like this. Okay, and it is from the northwest towards the southeast. Okay, the tilting was from the northwest. Okay, it was from the northwest. This side is northwest towards the southeast. Okay, towards the southeast in this direction, as you see here. Okay, it was tilted like this, and because of this, all the rivers of the Peninsular India, okay, are originating from the from the west and flowing towards the east, and this is because of the tilting of the peninsular block from the from the northwest to the southeast. Okay, so these are the three phases or the three major geological events telling about the evolution of the peninsular drainage system. Okay, are you clear? Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, remember we have three major geological events about the origin of the peninsular drainage. Number one is the subsidence of the western flank of the peninsula, and number two, upheaval of the Himalayan mountains leading to the subsidence of the northern flank of the peninsula, as well as the formation of the rib valleys of the Narmada, the Tati, the Mahanadi, and the Godavari. And the third event is the slight tilting of the peninsular block from the northwest to the southeast. And next we have the river systems of the peninsular drainage. So the first river of the peninsular river is the Mahanadi River. It rises near Sihawa in Raipur district of Chhattisgarh and runs through the Orissa to discharge its water into the Bay of Bengal. So it is 851 km long, and its catchment area spread over 1.42 lakh square kilometer. Some navigation is carried on in the lower course of the river. So near the mouth of the river, navigation is carried on. That means transportation, okay, water transportation is carried on. 53% of the drainage basin of this river lies in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, while 47% lies in Orissa. Okay, so we may look at the map here. Okay, here we have the physical map. Okay, here lies the Mahanadi River. So here Chhattisgarh is here. Okay, we have Chhattisgarh, and it is originating from the Chhattisgarh state. Okay, as mentioned here in Sihawa. It rises near Sihawa in Raipur district of Chhattisgarh. Okay, from here, it is originating from here, then runs through Orissa state, and thus falling to the Bay of Bengal, thus are forming deltas. Okay, and next we have the Godavari. So it is the largest peninsular river system, and it is also called the Dakshin Ganga. Okay, so Godavari is the largest river of peninsular India. It is also known as Dakshin Ganga, that is the Ganga of the south. It rises in the Nasik district of Maharashtra, and it discharges its water into the Bay of Bengal. As you see here, here Godavari is here. Okay, here is the Godavari River. So here we have Godavari River. It rises in the Maharashtra. Okay, in Maharashtra state, in Nasik district, and it is flowing into the Bengal, and these are the tributaries. Okay, and you may see another this map also. See here, this is the entire drainage basin of the Godavari River. Okay, and its tributaries run through the state of Maharashtra, then Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, then Andhra Pradesh. It is 1,465 km long, and the catchment area spreading over 3.13 square kilometer. Okay, lakh square kilometer. 49% of this lies in Maharashtra, then 20% lies in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. The race in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, this is about the distribution of the this drainage area. Okay, so this river serves, okay, this 49%, okay, in Maharashtra, then 20% in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, and the rest lies in Andhra Pradesh. Remember, the size of the catchment area is 3.13 lakh square kilometer. So important tributaries are here: the Penganga, the Indravati, the Pranhita, the Manjra are its principal tributaries. Okay, Penganga, Indravati, Pranhita, and the Manjra. Okay, so these tributaries we may not find in our these textbook maps. So here this is another map, okay, showing the river systems of India. And here let us see, okay, see here, Penganga is here, Penganga. Okay, so what are the others? Penganga, Indravati, Manjra. Okay, Manjra is here, Indravati is here, Wainganga is here, Warda is here. Okay, so these are the important tributaries of the Godavari River. So Godavari is subjected to heavy flood in the lower reaches to the south of the Polavaram, where it forms a picturesque gorge, and it is navigable only in the deltaic stress. And the river after Rajamundry splits into several branches, forming a delta. That means this river also forms a big delta here. Okay, just see here. Here it forms a big delta here. Different distributaries are formed here, thus forming a big delta. Okay. And next we have the Krishna River. The Krishna is the second largest east flowing peninsular river, which rises near the Mahabaleshwar in Sahyadri. Okay, Krishna rises in the Mahabaleshwar hills in Sahyadri. Sahyadri here refers to the Western Ghats. Okay, it refers to the Western Ghats here. Krishna River is here. As you know, Krishna River is rising from here. Okay, it is rising from here, and it is here. Okay, it rises from the Western Ghats here. And its total length is 1,401 kilometer. The Koyna, the Tungabhadra, and Bhima are its major tributaries. Okay, Koyna, Tungabhadra, and Bhima are the major tributaries. Okay, let us see here. Here we have the Krishna River is here. Okay, and here Tungabhadra is here. Okay, Tungabhadra is here, Bhima is here. Of course, Koyna is not mentioned here. Okay, so these are the three important tributaries of the Krishna River. Okay, Koyna, Tungabhadra, and Bhima. And of the total catchment area, the Krishna, okay, of Krishna River, 27% lies in Maharashtra, then 44% lies in Karnataka, and 29% lies in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Okay. Next we have the Kavari River. The Kavari rises in the Bahamagri Hills. Okay, and the altitude is 1,341 of Kogadu district in Karnataka. So Kavari rises in the Bahamagri Hills of Kogadu district in Karnataka. Okay, so we may see this map, our physical map. Okay, Kavari River is here, so it rises from here and flowing towards the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so here Bahamagri is another important range of the Western Ghats. Okay, and its length is 500 kilometers and it drains an area of 81,155 square kilometer. Since the upper catchment area receives rainfall during the southwest monsoon season, that is in summer, the lower part during the northeast monsoon season, that is in winter, the river carries water throughout the year with comparatively less fluctuation than the other peninsular rivers. That means the Kavari River is a perennial, okay, and there is less fluctuation, okay, there is less fluctuation in the river regime of the Kavari. Since the upper, see here, this upper recess here, this section of the Kavari River receives rainfall from the southwest monsoon, that is from the summer monsoon, and the lower section, okay, the lower course of the Kavari River receives rainfall from the northeast monsoon, that is in the winter season. We know that Tamil Nadu coast receives rainfall during the winter season, that is from the northeast monsoon, okay, and the upper course receives rainfall from the southwest monsoon, and hence the river contains water throughout the year. That means this is a perennial river, okay, there is less fluctuation in the volume of the water flowing in the bed. About 3% of the Kaveri basin falls in Kerala, then 41% in Karnataka, okay, then 56% in Tamil Nadu, and important tributaries are Kavini, Bhavani, and Amravati. So these are the three important tributaries of the Kaveri River: Kavini, Bhavani, and Amravati. Let us see where these are. Kaveri River is here, okay, Bhavani is here, okay, Bhavani River is here, and of course the others are not mentioned here, okay. And next we have the Narmada, the west flowing river, okay, originates on the western flank of the Amarkantak Plateau at a height of about 1057 meters, flowing in a rib valley between the Satpura in the north and the Vindhyan Range in the Satpura in the south and the Vindhyan Range in the north. It forms a picturesque gorge in marble rocks and the Duandar waterfall near Jabalpur. Okay, so let us see the physical map here. Here lies the Narmada River, okay, it is flowing here, and it is originating from the Amarkantak Plateau from here, and it is flowing between the Vindhyan Range, okay. Here lies the Vindhyan Range, okay, and here lies the Satpura Range. That means this river is flowing between the Satpura Range and Vindhyan Range, okay, and it is flowing in River Valley, don't forget, and it forms gorges and waterfalls like Duandar waterfall near Jabalpur. After flowing a distance of about 1312 km, it meets the Arabian Sea south of Bharuch, forming about 27 km long estuary, okay, that is the mouth of the river where the fresh water of the river meets directly with the sea water, that is estuary. The catchment area is about 98,796 square kilometer, okay, and the Sada Sarovar project has been constructed on this river. And next we have another important river, that is the Tati River, is the other important westward flowing river. It originates from Multai in Batul district of Madhya Pradesh. So it is 724 km long and it drains an area of 65,145 square kilometer. Nearly 79% of its basin lies in Maharashtra and 15% lies in Madhya Pradesh, and the remaining 6% in Gujarat. Okay, so this is about Tati River, and you know Tati River is here, okay, Tati River is here. Okay, it is here. Tati River, as you know, it is here. Just south of the Satpura Range, okay, it is flowing parallel with the Narmada River, okay. and it originates from Multai in Betul district of Madhya Pradesh. And Luni, the last one, is the largest river system of Rajasthan, okay, west of Aravalli. It originates near Pushkar in two branches, that is the Saraswati and the Sabarmati, which join with each other at Govindgarh. That means Saraswati and the Sabarmati are the two head streams of Luni River, okay, the largest river of Rajasthan. And these two head streams, Saraswati and the Sabarmati, okay, meet together at Govindgarh. And from here the river comes out of Aravalli and is known as Luni, okay, and it flows towards the west till Telwara and then takes a southwest direction to join the Rann of Kutch. The entire river system is ephemeral. Ephemeral means short-lived, okay, the river which is flowing only in the rainy season, that is seasonal river or short-lived river, okay, ephemeral. So let us have a look of the map. Just see here, Luni is here, okay. This is the Luni River, and here it is fallen into the Rann of Kutch. Here we have this waterlogged area, okay. This is known as Rann of Kutch, okay, and it is originated west of Aravalli Range, and it is flowing towards the south, okay, first towards the west, then after towards the south, and fall into the Rann of Kutch. So this is the largest river of Rajasthan, Luni, okay. And so in addition to the major rivers discussed earlier, we have other smaller rivers flowing towards the west and towards the east. And other important west flowing smaller rivers are the Shattruniji, okay. Shattruniji is one such river which rises near the Dalkawa in Amreli district. And another one is the Bhadra, originates near Aniali village in Rajkot district. The Dhadar rises near the Ghantar village in the Panchmahal district. And Sabarmati and Mahi are the two famous rivers of Gujarat. Okay, so we may look at this map here, okay. Here we have the Sabarmati and Mahi River is here, okay, and other rivers, small rivers also flowing here, of course not mentioned here, okay. Bhadra is here as mentioned earlier, Bhadra. So this is the Bhadra River, okay, and we have Periyar also here. Then the Baitarna rises from the Trimbak Hills in Nasik district at an elevation of 670 kilometers. The Kali Nadi rises from Belgaum district and falls in the Karwar Bay, okay. The source of Tati River lies in the Hubli Dharwar, okay, Hubli Dharwar, and traverses a course of 161 kilometer. The Saraswati is another important river in Karnataka flowing towards the west. The Saraswati originates in Shimoga district of Karnataka and drains a catchment area of 2,209 square kilometer. Okay, and see here, Gasaropa, okay, Geog fall is found on the Saraswati River. First, let us have a look of the map. Okay, and here Bhavani is here, okay. Here we have Bhavani is here. Of course, other rivers we don't find here. You may consult an LS, okay, a student LS. And remember this Saraswati, okay, Saraswati forms the highest waterfall, okay, in the peninsular India, that is the Gacharopa or the Geog fall. And here I have some photographs, okay. Here this is a photograph showing Geog falls in the rainy season, okay. Geog falls in the rainy season. And we have one more, okay. And here, so this is another photograph of Geog fall in the dry season. So let us continue. Goa has two important rivers which can be mentioned here. One is the Mandovi and another one is Goavari. Okay, and you can look at them on the map. Okay, Goa is a very small state. Then Kerala has a narrow coastline, and the longest river of Kerala is the Bharatpuzha, okay, which rises near Anaimalai Hills, and it is also known as Ponani. It drains an area of 5,397 square kilometer. Okay, Bharatpuzha is the longest river of Kerala, and it rises in the Anaimalai Hills. So we may have a look here. Anaimalai Hills is here, okay. Anaimalai Hills is here, and it is flowing somewhere here. Okay, here it may be there, it may not be there. Not there. Next we have the Periyar. This is the second largest river of Kerala, and its catchment area is 5,243 square kilometer. Okay, and another river of Kerala worth mentioning is the Pamba River, which falls in the Bhemo Banat Lake after traversing a course of 177 kilometers. That is the length of the Pamba River. Okay, of course you will find Periyar River here. Periyar is here, okay. Periyar River is here. And next we have the small rivers flowing towards the east, okay. So what are the rivers? So here we have the Subanrekha, then Baitarani, the Brahmani, the Bhamsadhara, then the Penar, and Palar, then Bhaigai. So these are the important east flowing rivers. Small but very very important because it provides fresh water to the people as well as to the industries. Okay, and here we may find these rivers here. Okay, and here Palar is here, okay. See, Palar River is here, and other important river, okay. This is also another important river. Then Bhaigai is here. Bhaigai River is mentioned there. Then Penair is here, okay. This is other small east flowing river, Penair, okay. And Bhamsadra is here, okay. What is the name? Bhamsadhara. Bhamsadhara is here, okay. Then Baitarani, this is Baitarani. Then here we have Brahmani. Then here we have Subanrekha, okay. So these are the important these east flowing, small but important east flowing rivers, okay. And see, actually this is about the relief of the Indian Ocean, okay. So what does Indian Ocean look like, or the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal look like without water, okay. And still you may be seeing this continental shelf here, and this is also continental shelf, okay. And there on the back of the ocean also you may find a number of oceanic ridges and hills, okay. So are you clear or not? Any question from your side?
Clear, sir.
Okay, then for today, let us stop here. Thank you very much.